Fast-paced
Welcome back
rounds.
to Joe Stunner Boxing.
As
Anthony
Oleksandr
Joshua
Usyk
and Oleksandr
looks to the
Usyk
heavens.
have gone the distance in
And
their
one moment
rematch.
here between
I'm
he and
recording
Anthony
this before the announcement of the winner. I've got it 116-112 to Usyk. Good fight, grueling fight. Joshua fought a lot better than I thought he would. He's made improvements. He worked the body a lot. Didn't jab enough for me, but he did work the body. Usyk is such a terrific champion. I mean, constant feints, constant angles, lets his hands go an awful lot. Bali was hurt in this fight, to the body and to the head. Joshua did much better. My prediction was an Usyk win in the middle rounds. I think he's won it on points. But Joshua, he's taken his talent and he's stretched it to the max. And if he does lose this decision, as I think he will, he's got nothing to be ashamed of. Joshua, he fought like a real warrior against a genuine warrior. In the 9th round, Joshua really did batter Usyk. I mean, we've never seen Usyk take that type of beating. What did Usyk do? He came back in the 10th and regained the momentum. A great champion. It takes a great champion to do that, and Usyk did it. Had Joshua built on that 9th round, won the 10th, 11th, 12th, he could have won the fight, but I don't think he did. He did hurt Usyk with a big hook in the final round. There's no doubt Joshua can really bang, and this is Usyk's toughest fight of his career. It's one of those fights where you think there aren't really any losers, because Joshua can build on this. I think he's lost the fight, but losing twice to Oleksandr Usyk, who is a great champion, I don't think it's, the end of his career, not by a long shot, and he's still a big draw. But let's see what the judges think. I'm watching it now. They're in the ring. AJ with some slight abrasions on his face, talking to Usyk.
Great respect between the two champions.
AJ looks exhausted, not as much as he did at the end of the first fight, but
they both gave it their all. They both had their.
They just said on the commentary they gave it their all. They certainly did.
After a heavyweight title fight, Anthony Joshua offering to help Oleksandr Usyk and help the plight of Ukraine. Whatever happens with the result of this fight, Anthony Joshua remains a humanitarian outside of this ring, and his mind is already going to that seconds after the fight.
Both Usyk and Joshua holding the flag aloft, the Ukrainian flag.
Of Ukraine.
Famous blue and yellow colours.
Usyk and Joshua as we await the final decision.
Real couple of class acts, these guys, This is the type of boxing I like.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Jeddah, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, after 12 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecards. Glenn Feldman scores at 115-113 for AJ Anthony Joshua. Steve Gray scores at 115-113 for Oleksandr Usyk. And Victor Kashchenko scores it 116-112 for the winner by split decision. And still the unified heavyweight champion of the world from Ukraine, Oleksandr Usyk.
Split decision for Usyk.
With the weight of a nation on his shoulders, Oleksandr Usyk is now the king of the heavyweight world.
Let's give them both a round.
A little surprised, quite frankly, at the scoring for Anthony Joshua. I had it 116-112 for Oleksandr Usyk. I could have easily seen it 115-113 for Usyk. It was just hard to see 7 rounds for Anthony Joshua, but the right guy gets the win in this fight. Oleksandr Usyk is the unified heavyweight champion, and we will now see whether Tyson Fury is really retired.
Right. When we say he's the heavyweight champion of the world, of course.
So Usyk wins it, split decision. One of the judges had it 116-112, which is what I did to Usyk. I'm a bit surprised at the 115-113 to Joshua.
how valid it is.
as the commentator just said, I can't really see Joshua winning 7 rounds.
Bigger chance of Tyson Fury
115, 113 to Usyk, maybe. I think that might be a bit generous, but
for him to return. Oh, I think it is.
yeah,
What else is he going to do?
it was a good fight. I mean, Usyk is a brilliant champion. Joshua gave everything. Nothing to be ashamed of at all. We all know Tyson Fury isn't retired. It's all just the usual bullshit you get from him. So he'll probably come back. Will he take on Usyk? The sheer size difference, I favour Fury greatly, but Usyk is just so skillful. So skillful. All those feints, all those angles, the footwork. Even when he's hurt, he comes back, you know, throws a lot of punches. AJ in the early rounds of this fight was actually replying to any combination or any individual punch that Usyk was throwing. So Joshua had the right tactics, and that sort of went by the wayside as he fatigued, and his legs got heavier. But yeah, good fight, good fight.
Are quite simply unimaginable.
Wonder if they'll interview the fighters. They probably will. Oh, I think AJ's left the ring.
The question becomes, what is the future of Anthony Joshua? There's little doubt that his career will continue. A little frustration there as he heads back towards the ring.
Joshua's going back
But
towards the
there
ring
will
now.
be a rebuilding process for Anthony Joshua. He is not going to get the marquee fights right away, nor do I think he would seek out the marquee fights right away.
Joshua will have to rebuild. I mean, this is the first time with Angel Fernandez and Robert Garcia as, well, they joint head trainers.
One of the biggest money makers.
It takes time to gel. I don't think this is a disaster for AJ.
If Usyk is the man atop the division.
Yeah, okay. You're not strong. How did you beat me? Let's do this. How?
Let's
Come on, skill.
Let's do the. I have character.
Okay. Let's do determination.
Listen.
Where's the fight? Listen. I just want to say.
Joshua seems upset about something.
One hell of a fucking fight, man. Let's give him a round of applause. Oh, man. So that's just emotion. Wait, I'm talking. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Sorry, guys. Look, if you knew my story, you would understand the passion. I ain't no fucking amateur boxer from 5 years old that was an elite prospect from a youth, bro. I was going to jail. I see some hype little youths in Reading jail. I got bail and I started training my ass off. Because if I got sentenced, I wanted to be able to fight. I bust my case. But cousin Benga, where's he at? G14, raise your hand. I'm stealing this Usyk, sorry. But it's because the fucking passion we put into this shit, man. Guys, I'm telling you, this guy to beat me tonight, maybe I could have done better. But it shows the levels of hard work he must have put in. So please, give him a round of applause as our heavyweight champion of the world. Woo! Motherfucker. I'm not a 12-round fighter. Look at me. I'm a new breed of heavyweights. All them heavyweights, Mike Tyson, Sonny Liston, Jack Dempsey. Oh, yeah, you don't throw combinations like Rocky Marciano. Because I ain't fucking 14 stone, that's why. I'm 18 stone, I'm heavy. It's hard work. This guy here is a phenomenal talent. We're going to cheer for him 3 times. Well, how many belts you got now, bro? 5. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. And as I said, I was studying Ukraine, and all the champions that have come from your amazing country, but I've never been there. But at the same time, what's happening there is, I don't know what's happening, but it's not nice at the end of the day. I've seen it with Lomachenko in his second fight against Orlando. There was unrest in Ukraine, right or wrong. There was issues in Ukraine in your second fight. There was civil war. Vitaly Klitschko, when he faced Danny Williams, civil unrest. Usyk as a champion, please raise your hand. Under them circumstances, he managed to become champion. Champ, champ! Champ, champ! Champ, champ! And I just want to say, Bismillah.
Usyk seems a little bewildered at AJ's great
A truly
speech.
unique moment in heavyweight boxing history. I don't know that I've ever seen a fighter effectively cut a promo, pro wrestling style, after losing a fight quite like that, but also giving a great deal of credit to his opponent in the meantime. Anthony Joshua now engaging with the crowd on his way out. And you know what, guys? You know, we're watching a man cope with his loss in real time. We're seeing the emotions come out in ways that maybe you wouldn't expect.
Yeah, there's ways to handle it. That wouldn't have been my choice, but interesting scenario.
Well, he's always, I mean, he hasn't lost that often, but he's handled losses in somewhat bizarre ways. Remember, he drew a lot of criticism for how he took the loss to Andy Ruiz, sort of hugging him and acting like it wasn't devastating to him, like most people in boxing, including some boxing luminaries, expected him to believe. But something tells me Usyk will have a lot different things to say.
In this ring right now, Oleksandr, you've retained your heavyweight titles. You are still champion on what I'm sure is a very emotional night for you. Can you try and sum up how you're feeling?
Ти все ще чемпіон. Багато емоцій в рингу. Що ти відчуваєш?
Я хочу подякувати всім тим, хто за мене молився.
I want to thank everyone who prayed for me.
Я хочу подякувати Богові за його допомогу, яку він мені сьогодні дав, тому що він мені дуже сьогодні і багато дав.
I want to thank God for the help that He gave me today, because He did give me a lot today.
Мій Бог Ісус Христос.
My Lord is Jesus Christ.
I can thank you, Saudi. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Inshallah.
We know this fight was being broadcast in the Ukraine. Do you think that they are, in the words of Alex Krasik, having a big party there tonight? How do you think this victory will be received? I know it's a very, very difficult time for you. You were fighting not just for your undefeated record tonight, not just for your belts, but for your family, your friends and your people.
Що ти відчуваєш? В Україні цей бій був показаний безкоштовно. Багато людей вболівало за тебе. Це був бій не просто за пояси чи за свою команду, це був бій за всю Україну.
Я присвячую цей поєдинок державі своїй Україні, Збройним силам України та всім, хто боронить нашу країну, своїй команді, своїй країні, всій моїй країні.
I devote this victory to my country, to my family, to my team, to all people, militaries who are defending the country. Thank you very, very much.
Do you mind if I ask you about the 12 rounds that we've just witnessed? A very good fight to watch. What was it like to be a part of a much more evenly contested fight than the first fight?
Зараз хочемо поговорити про 12 раундів, які ми щойно побачили. Як було бути учасником цього змагання набагато більш конкурентного, ніж перший поєдинок?
А це вже історія. Його будуть дивитися багато поколінь, особливо той раунд, де мене намагалися сильно бити. Але я, слава Богу, вистояв і переломив ціль.
This is already history. Many generations gonna watch this fight, especially the round when someone tried to beat me hard, but I standed it and turned it in a different way. Thanks God.
Oleksandr, there was some upset from the Joshua camp at the end there. Did you feel that you had won the fight and that you were going to be crowned the victor?
Ми побачили певні емоції негативні з боку команди Джошуа. Чи ти відчував, що ти переміг у цьому поєдинку і що перемога достанеться тобі?
Yes, of course.
One more question about the future. There's one belt that you still do not have. It's occupied at the moment by Tyson Fury, who claims he is retired. What do you think happens next? Do you want that WBC belt next? Do you think it will be against Tyson Fury, or is he really retired?
Як ти думаєш, наступний поєдинок буде проти Тайсона Ф'юрі, чи він насправді пішов на пенсію?
Ні, він не пішов на пенсію, він хоче зі мною боксувати. І моя команда буде в цьому напрямку працювати. Я буду боксувати чи з Тайсоном Ф'юрі, чи я не буду боксувати взагалі.
No, I'm sure that Tyson Fury is not retired yet. I'm convinced he wants to fight me. I want to fight him. And if I'm not fighting Tyson Fury, I'm not fighting at all.
And you believe you will become undisputed heavyweight champion of the world?
Тільки Бог знає, стану я чи ні.
Only God knows whether I will or not.
Но ми усі, оці хлопці, парубки, моя команда, я їх дуже люблю. Вони мені допоможуть в цьому.
But all these gentlemen here around me, my team, they're gonna help me.
I just wonder if you had a final message for everyone back home.
Останнє послання
Кому?
для фанатів.
Слава Богу за все.
Thanks, Lord, for everything.
Congratulations, well done. Eddie Hearn.
Oh. We'll now hear from Eddie Hearn. We'll keep it back down ringside.
Eddie, I mean, there's a lot of emotion at the moment. Your thoughts on the fight, your thoughts on the scorecards, and your thoughts on kind of what unfolded afterwards?
Well, firstly, I mean, what a performance from Oleksandr Usyk. I mean, in the 9th round, I ran over. I thought we had him. The 10th round was one of the best rounds I've seen to turn a fight, not back around because it was very close at that point, but what Usyk did in the 10th, the 11th and the 12th was incredible. And that was the difference tonight because AJ didn't start fast enough, but he fought a much better fight. He hurt Usyk badly in the 9th, and I felt like he was going to come on strong, but Usyk came out like a train. And as I said, that 10th round was the moment he decided to regain the fight. It was an incredible performance. He's just too good. You know, he's too good and there's no shame in it. And, you know, you saw the reaction from AJ. And that was from a human who wanted to win so badly with so much pressure on his shoulders. And I think he just exploded because he lost and he was devastated. And he's given everything to try and win this fight. He couldn't win the fight. He's a competitor, he's a winner. But this man's too good. That 10th round, the 11th round, the 12th round was just... That's why this guy's pound for pound number one.
The right result, though?
I felt it was 115, 113 to Usyk. You know, I got in they asked me what I thought when I got in. They thought it was close. I thought it was close, but I felt Usyk won the fight because of the 10th, the 11th and the 12th. You know, going into those rounds, I had it very, very close. Even maybe AJ slightly up by one round after the 9th, but he just... The championship round showed from a championship fighter a pound for pound great. That was the difference. And it was a great performance from Anthony Joshua.
Fury too big, or has he got the skills to beat Fury? Difficult question.
Yeah, they're both tremendous fighters. I'm not sure anyone can beat Oleksandr Usyk. You know, Tyson Fury's a clever man. He had the chance to fight him. He chose not to. Will he come out of retirement? Good luck to both of them. But, you know, this man is an incredible fighter. AJ gave it everything. He had a great training camp. He was desperate to win this fight tonight, as you saw. You know, but he wasn't good enough on the night. And that's sport. That's high-level boxing. He lost 115, 130. He lost a split decision to the pound for pound number one. There's no disgrace in that. But he's not pound for pound number one. He's got to go away if he wants to, come back, rebuild, get the frustration out, because you saw part of it there. And be happy. That's the most important thing.
Thanks, Eddie.
Yeah, I totally agree with Eddie Hearn regarding the championship rounds. I thought AJ, I thought that's where Usyk won it. The 9th round, Usyk was battered, but he came back in the 10th. He actually dominated AJ in the 10th as comprehensively as AJ dominated him in the 9th, and that was amazing because AJ is a man who hits hard, and the amount of body punches he landed on Usyk throughout the entire fight, you know, it was. These are two real warriors, but Usyk, pound for pound number one. I mean, Naoya Inoue, I think, is in the mix. Terence Crawford maybe. But yeah, you can't dismiss Usyk. He's pound for pound number one. Maybe yeah. I like Inoue a lot, but yeah. And the possibility now is that, I mean, I agree totally with Usyk that Fury isn't retired. He's just chilling, looking up his options, looking at who he thinks he can beat, keeping stum about who he has doubts that he can beat. But Usyk, against a naturally bigger man, a man who outweighs him by 20 pounds, took a beating in a few of those rounds. AJ landed some real devastating hooks. But Usyk, fighting for his country, fighting for himself, seems to be motivated by his religion. He's going to be a tough man to beat. Doesn't matter what size you are. So if Fury does fight him, don't write this guy off. Yeah, very impressive, very impressive. So what did you think? You watched the fight, no doubt. What did you think? What did you score it? Because I had it 116, 112, 115, 113 at a squeak. But I don't think AJ won it. I agree with Hearn, actually. Hearn said a lot of things that I really did agree with. Championship rounds, definitely, that was where Usyk nipped it for me. Nicked it. So what did you think? Leave your comments below. Thank you for watching. It's a rather lengthy video. It was interesting watching this in live time, hearing those comments. But yeah, you know, AJ can come back, and Usyk, maybe he'll retire. Maybe if Fury don't want to fight him, maybe he'll say, I've had enough of this. You never know, do you? But leave your comments below. Thank you for watching this video. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. It's been a good fight night. And two heavyweight bouts, Zhilei Zhang and Hrgovic, went the distance, and so did this one. What a surprise. But that's boxing. That's why we love it, isn't it? Because it surprises us. So leave your comments below. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Here's some more boxing. Catch you later.